Hi guys, as you know that we are creating a CMS system. For that purpose we have to create a register page in which user will be able to register and then log in. After login, user will move to home page to access its dashboard, creating new post. So first of all, I open VS Code. Now I want to remove this file and open complete folder of the system. Open folder. As you can see that from XAMPP, IDDocs, CMS System and select folder. Folder will be open in this VS Code. You can see that there is only one file. Now what I have to next do, this file I need register.html file. So this file I will convert into PHP file. For that reason, just drag and drop in VS Code and then Control AC new file and save this file. Where I will save this file, I will save this file in a XAMPP, IDDocs, CMS System. Here I will save this file, that is a register.php file. File is saved now, and remove this HTML file, and then when I Control B, so this section sidebar will be removed. Now easily I can now I have to get at first connection. I have to make connection of register file to database at top. So next what I have to do, as you can see that when a user click on this register, that register page should open. Now index.php, and then this is a file, this is actually link register.php, and when I refresh, when I click register, you will see that registration page is open. Now when user provide its information, for example name, email, password, picture, date of birth, country, city, website, bio, so all information should save in this table. So I have to write a query, insert query. For that reason I have to move after this open register.php page. This is the actually form. You can see that name, email, password. So this is a form and its method should be post, because post method is very secure than a get method, and did not provide action. Using PHP I will redirect user to home page or to login page or any other page. So this is a ink type. I use this attribute value when I used any media. For example, I am using here a picture, I file. That is why you have to use this attribute value. Now there is another field, name. So its name attribute value is very important. So this value of name attribute is used to get user entry. So when user input here, so this data can be fetched, can be get using this name attribute value. So you can see that you email, you pass, you pick, this attribute value very important. Now what I want, this is a submit button. When user click on this submit button, this data as user enter should store in this table of database. So for that reason, you can see that name attribute value is register of submit button. After form, I want to write here PHP coding. I want to say that if there is a method, if is set to $_ post, I want to say that this register button, I write here post. Post means I used in this form post method, not a get method. This is a post method. So if underscore, if is set means when this button is active, then what I have to do, I have to get all the information from their fields. So first of all, using name attribute value, I can get any field value, as I discussed. For example, you have tried here a $_ post, and then I set using name attribute value. So if you want to get to name of user, I will use its name attribute value. I want to get, so, and then I want to say that just echo what user enter. For example, Asal Zamir. I register, you will see that Faisal made this misspell and name is displaying here. So I didn't want to display in the front end. I will store that username in a variable. So same like, just I have to copy, and then for email, you can see that on the second, this is a u email, just copy and then paste here. Also its variable should be u email. So I pause the video and write all the field name. I have got user entry using post method. You can see that uname field. So actually you email, you pass, these are the name attribute value of every field. So as you can see that here is a file. File means this is a file. You cannot use a post. So you pick, this is a name attribute value. Name means that a picture have different properties like its size, temporary name, its real name. So that is why it is in the form of array. So that is why I write here a name attribute value. You pick name attribute value, and inside this I want to get its name and also temporary name. So I will use its temporary name to store in a folder. For that reason, what I have to do, that file, that image file should be stored in a image folder. So what I have to next, I have to store this data to database table. So for that reason, you have to write a insert query. This is the insert query. So how it work? Actually, insert into, these are the result word. All users means table name. All users, you can see that all users is a table name. Insert into this table, and these are the column name. You can see that uname, u email, these are the column name. I copy from this column name, and then you have to separate this column name with a comma, and then close this parenthesis, and then values, you have to write values, and then in a single quotation you can use that variable. Actually these are the value. Uname is the variable in which user entry is stored. You can see that this is the user entry that is stored in this variable, and this variable I want to store in this column. So you can see that with a proper sequence you have to mention here, and then this is a view bio. After writing query, you have to run this query. How you can run this query? So in this way you can run a query MySQLi underscore query. This is a method that is used to run any query. It takes two arguments. One is connection. This is a connection, as I store connection in a count variable. You can see that, and then it passes a connection and query. This is a query that you have to pass in this method. I want to say that in a if condition, if this query is true, if this query is true or successfully run, then what you have to do, inside if block I want to use a JavaScript, script start, script close. Inside that I want to use a method window.open. This is a method of JavaScript in which you can redirect the user to any page. So I mention a page login.php. After successfully running of this query, user should move to this page, that is a login.php page. Underscore self means a donor should open a new tab. In the same tab, login.php page should open. So another important thing I want to tell you in this way, that is a move uploaded file. This is a method that is used to store image in a folder. So here you have to pass a temporary name of image, and then here you have to mention location where your image will store. This image is a folder name, as I created. This is image folder, and then this is the image, actually name of the image. You can see that. So in this name, original name will be stored in this img folder. So this is a basic query setting to get data from user into database. So just to refresh and provide, for example, Faisal Zamir, and this is a dummy email. Any password you can provide here. Choose file, any picture from this picture I paused, and date of birth any you can provide. And value you can pass. So Pakistan, country, city, any website you can pass here. Jafico.com, any bio I am blah blah, you can write here. Just register. You should move login at PHP page. You can see that login at PHP page is open, but there is no such page. I want to see you whether record is stored in database table or not. Just click this browse and you will see that record is reached in our database table. ID is provided automatically. One, name, email, password, this picture, and date of birth, Pakistan, country, website, and you can see default value is false because this is not a admin. I can move this normal user to admin. Just change its value from false to true. I want to show you whether image is saved or not in our hard disk. You can see that image is also saved, stored in our hard disk. Now what I have to next, I have to create a login at PHP page because this is a not found page. Now I have to open this login.html page in VS Code. This is the HTML page. I will copy this, paste, create a new page that will be login.php page. Now CMS System is login.php and remove this HTML page, and then it will work properly. Just refresh, you can see that. So in the next class, what I have to do, I have to create a login functionality in this system. When user click on this login page, user should move to home page where user will be able to move dashboard, where you will be able to create post, view its profile setting, log out, different functionality we will create.